What's going on, family? I watched the video with Turk popping his stuff about he was the hot boy, the first hot boy to get on this podcast, and everybody else want to do it because the music not working out. That's what he said, and he's right. He probably was. He was the first hot boy. So that influenced me for me to pop my stuff. Try not to curse about this YouTube podcasting thing. And I'm gonna say this out of New Orleans. I don't want to use street dude because that term is just they use it so much. I'm the first one out the streets on this YouTube, and you have to say this, bro. You have to say this because dudes on here be lying. I done watched a few of them trying to throw shots at me and all. Like, yeah, my such and such was the first. Nah, bullshit. I'm talking about out the streets. I'm not talking about somebody that lived in the hood. I'm talking about somebody that was from the streets because, see, that was really what you heard about. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, it's just like the rappers was in the 90s. A lot of dudes looked at rappers as weak. They extorted rappers and they protected rappers. So they didn't want to say they was a rapper. They'd be like, you a rapper. Well, that's how YouTube was looking. When I first got on YouTube, people didn't understand. Like, damn, what's Smoke doing? Because first of all, I barely talked. And so they'll go to one dude that could talk to me. Like, what's wrong? And he'll be like, I don't get it. I was the first one to talk about this street stuff, man. Everybody else didn't want to hop on it. Then they started hopping on years later. Then I didn't want to deal with them, so now they want to throw their little shots and say this and say that. That's what's happening. You know how you know? All you got to do is ask the ones they talk about, because I didn't spoke to them, because I was the first one to do videos on them. I didn't talk to the opinions. I didn't talk to them, man. I didn't talk to a lot of cats. They would tell you I was the first one on here to drop them New Orleans documentaries about the streets, because I knew one thing. I'm from out that way, and I knew if I made sure I talked about what's documented, what's in court's papers. I made sure I do that. Once it's visible, once it's hit the documents, it's already out there. See, once you go to talk about stuff that nobody don't know, now I wasn't doing that. That's not in my DNA. That's too much like dry snitching, you know. But it ain't about bragging, it's putting it out there. The niggas lying, man, such and such. Nah, your boy from Red Report was on here first. I don't really know him like that. I know he from out the mouth. But I'm talking about one of the first ones that was, put it like this, like I don't want to use a reference, that was really out there on the front line of them streets to hop on this podcast and YouTube and made it cool for everybody else to hop on there because they was looking at it like it was weak. Oh, you a YouTuber. That's all you used to hear till YouTubers started busting your ass. But yeah, I just had to put it out there. You know, Turk influenced that. Yeah, he influenced it. Yeah, I got to pop it. You know what I'm saying?